Okay. Make out the zones real quick. Okay. This could have been an entry here for a guaranteed 30 to 50 points. To just aim for this right here. We nicked it by, let's say, 1 point. So we took out that high by 1 point. And then we kind of repriced back into this big gap that was left off at open or before open. I'm guessing after the CME halt came back on. And we kind of broke down lower. We failed to close lower, showing signs that, hey, maybe we want to repeat what we just did at this stage right here. So if we entered, we could have had targets up there. We would have been fine. And we would have waited. And whenever you see this V-type recovery, it's most likely going to fail, which it did. So there's multiple entries to there. You could enter here, got a 25 points in 3 minutes, easy. But if you held, you could obviously made a lot, like over 60 points. And then after we tick this high, right? But again, by 1, 2 points, right? We reprice, showing that we're gonna probably repeat this stage, but then fake out the sellers. So if it's really bullish, what would it do? It would just instantly take out this high, right? And close above and like close explosive. And I made that money on live right here. So going for like next week, I wanna. Yo, Kirk, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I just saw the chat right now. My bad. Kirk, you there? Hopefully you're there. My bad, bro. I didn't see the chat. Can you hear me? My bad, bro. Oh, okay, nice, perfect, Kirk. Yeah. So going on to next week, I wanna basically wait for these type of setups for these type of EZVs. Maybe if they're more expansive and it's like an easier recovery. So I just want to easily secure these payouts. So So for this account, 13 and 14, no, 13 and 12, I'm gonna go for 600 to 800, and then the next day go for 200, and then request the payout on it. So I'm gonna try to be very, very patient, and I'll probably just try to trail 40 points. So I'll try to at least make 400 tomorrow. So worst case, make 400, and then best case scenario, make 6 to 800. Um, so the next day can just be an easy $200 day to get it at, let's say, 2100 to request the payout. So you can get 1000 out. So I'm just gonna try to focus on that, and then Bulenox. I probably got a tick trade even though I requested a payout, right? Because they have like an inactivity rule, so I just gotta make sure I win that um $2-3 trade, you know. Um, but look, go next week. If you just follow this plan, you're not gonna enter sells on lows. You're not gonna enter sells over here. You're just gonna play the range. We just want to play the range, but we're not gonna play the range when it's starting to disrespect. So I lost so much accounts, man, like last month. Just due to the fact, like let's say it would start closing lower, right? Lower, right? And I would think this would happen any moment, but I would enter in one of these or these, and instantly, or here, and instantly would reprice lower. So you kind of just want to wait for it to give you like real confirmation to enter. Like right here, boom, you could enter to go long, right? Even though you're in drawdown, you still been fine. So the main key here is understanding when this whole thing drops, is this going to recover, or is this going to repeat what this did here and keep dropping lower? So your main key when you're going longs, you want to be entering mostly in discount ranges, like in the bottoms. So like wherever you enter in one of these ranges, you're most likely gonna get filled before any chop happens. You know what I mean? So the main key here is just entering on confirmations, like over here on this order block, on this next order block. You know, over here, you can even enter here to over there. You see how it's like very risk free, and it's just going with you. You're not kind of fighting it, aiming for it to do to break its structure instead of just following its structure. Following its structure. So the main key here is following structure and you understanding that you have to focus on your entries. Your entries are the main key here in this game. So if you could be right, but let's say you entered wrong, you could just be destroyed. Like let's say you entered here at top, and then you would have got liquidated here, holding third, and then move just goes all the way back. How are you gonna feel? So you just don't want to position yourself playing off continuations, like entering here to go higher where it's never been during the day. um, you kind of want to just play the retraces. Like that's what I like to do. I like playing when it drops here. I like entering here, aiming back there. Let's say it fails or not fails. I just want to go keep following until it fails. Keep going with the trend. Keep entering. You kind of don't want to just say, "Oh, I won a few times on buys. Let me just switch back shorts, right?" And then let's say you win, and now your whole bias is short. Then you just get back everything you gave. So the main key here is following your model going into next week. Making sure your entries are the most precise entries you possibly can. You don't want to have bad entries and then it goes to your TP during the day or later, and you've just been losing little by little. And all of a sudden, if you just held through, you would have been fine. So the main key here is just focusing. And especially taking good base hits. You just want to make sure you're taking everything you can. If not, it's just done. Let's see if I remove the hashtags, I'll get more viewers. And kind of just like fiddling around with this to see what's working best or not. Where's that? What can I do on here? How do I do it? That's all good. The Lucid Flex plans, though. What's going on with them? Yeah, they raised the prices on these evals. They were $60. Glad I got my for, but let's do this then. What do we do going on to next week? Let's look at the hourly. So what we can do going on to next week, I'm pretty sure we could sell off hard. Or if we're gonna continue, man, we have all this to fill. So we have, let's say, about 320 points in range. And then, yeah, this thing can go to like all-time high, basically, if it just goes at this rate. this. If we're gonna reject, we're probably gonna reject hard. But if we're gonna continue, it's gonna be a pretty easy breeze up. Hopefully Sunday Open doesn't just eat up all the move. Yeah, this is probably heading up way higher. Mm. Yeah, I still think these are so good, bro. They defeat Funded Next, man. Funded Next still has me in shambles what they did. He only pulled out 640 now for the 25K. Yeah, dude, this is way better, bro. You can pass in one day, and you can still pull out the same as this Lucid Flex. Yeah, because I thought there was no caps on these, but it is. Just no consistency on the funded. Hmm. Man, if next week the range is very tight and it's doing like what it did today, I'm sorry, on Friday, this is gonna be a breeze, but we just want to make sure we don't think anything is sweet. Every time I thought things were sweet and easy, that's when you get destroyed. So you just want to make sure you let it come to you this week so you're not chasing because one bad slip up and we can easily sell off hard like we've seen before. That's the only thing. We draw them out too much anymore because I kind of see them, but it's really good sometimes to just draw them out to confirm. Kind of give you like a ladder system on price. Let's say it does this, like respect zones almost. And then they're all entry zones. Any of these purple boxes you could have entered off of. Um, feel like you just gotta like focus on letting it go as well for TP when you're aiming for these big days. And man, yeah, it's just hard sometimes to just like not secure it. This would have been a really good trade to catch like 70 points. Right, but that's gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna enjoy this Saturday and Sunday coming up. It's gonna be a nice day. Let's just study and get ready for the next week.